good, everybody? The ambassador back again with another enthusiast roundtable. Sorry for the week off. If you are consistently watching my episodes, I did take a vacation. I'm allowed. Forgive me. But we're back recording a new episode here, and I've got a really cool guy in the studio who I just met recently in person, probably about maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. He'll fill in all the details. But please welcome, you know him as the Desert Theme Park Guy with an underscore in between every single thing, otherwise known as Ethan. Welcome.
What's up? How we doing?
Oh, you know what? This is live. This is live. It's fun. I had him on mute. Let's roll it back. Here we go. It is the Desert Theme Park Guy. Ethan, what's up, dude?
What's up? How's it going?
Good. We can hear you now.
All right.
But you know, I
very
like
quiet in the corner.
exactly. You know, I like to keep all this stuff in because it makes it real. You know, like I'm not going to edit anything out unless something crazy happens. Like there was an episode. If you go back and watch this episode that I had with his name's Almighty Coasters, Alan. Mm-hmm. Also, Zero Bree-Roll, Bree was on it. In the middle of the episode, my wife had come home and had...
that was the short on your
yeah,
YouTube.
And I made it a short.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the garage opened and like the curtains fell down and stuff. But I kept it in because why not?
It's real.
It's real, you know?
Real. It's real, authentic banter and things that are happening.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I want the show to be. It's just we're having fun. Some people might say, well, that's not professional, but I just say, we're having fun.
That's
right?
what I would like out of my shows. I want people to talk and be real with each other instead of fake emotions, you know? I mean,
exactly.
that's why I love, if you've ever seen the FYA pod, those guys over there.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. Hopefully I can be on their show and they can come on my show. But yes.
I would love to meet them one day. They're such cool dudes. A mutual friend of ours, Chris from America's Coaster Network,
right.
He's been on their show and he had a great episode on Accelerator. And I would love to meet them. They seem like really awesome guys.
Yeah, same. They're super cool. My buddy Dylan from Theme Park Obsession has also been on the show as well.
Yeah. So. He did Velocicoaster, the big one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But let's talk about you, not those fools.
Yeah, let's talk about me.
Exactly. So the Desert Theme Park Guy, explain that. I know it, but explain it for the watchers of the episode.
Well, I live in the desert, and I love theme parks. Specific desert, I live in the Palm Springs area. So if you've ever gone out to Coachella, which Coachella Fest is happening as we are speaking right now.
That's right.
That's the area where I live, is out towards that way. And so I like theme parks, and it's quite a drive to get out to do them,
I'd say. And
I am one of those freaks that does do that drive, and I love it. I can't get enough of it. I do it, at least, you know, I do it very often. And I love it so much. I can't get enough.
and so for those people who may not understand distance because they haven't been out to either Palm Springs area or where, you know, Disneyland, Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm are, how long is your commute on, say, no traffic?
No traffic. If we're going to the closest theme park, which you pointed out the other day, a place called Magic Mountain.
Exactly.
Up in Big Bear. That's about an hour drive because you have to go up the hills to Big Bear. In terms of miles, it's like 30 miles, but it's you have to drive up the hill or up the mountain to get to Big Bear. But that's technically the closest park to me. But
they have an alpine coaster there
yes.
called the Mine Shaft coaster. Is that what's called? Mine Shaft?
I actually have never been on it.
It's a good coaster. I think it's called the Mine Shaft coaster.
Yeah.
I've been on it like 3 times.
I've been on the concrete one with the
the alpine slide.
I've been on that, but I haven't been on the coaster yet. So I still need that credit, and I probably won't get that credit for a while, which we'll talk about later. But so that's about an hour to get there, and then the closest real park would be Castle Park. And that one...
Shout out Castle Park.
I've never been there.
I haven't either. We should go.
Yeah, we need to get around to that, for sure. There's a credit there, too.
Yeah.
And if you count Larson Loops as a credit, there's 2 credits.
I'm not in that camp, but some people are.
Yeah. That's about an hour and a half, or about hour 25. And then... a little bit farther than that is finally Disneyland, and then Knott's Berry Farm, which is to get to Disney/Magic Mountain, or keep saying Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
Disney/Knott's. That's about an hour 45, and I rarely ever get that time driving there. The drive back is when I get that that sweet spot time where there's no traffic.
Oh,
But
interesting.
With traffic usually adds about like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Nice.
And then to get to LA, where Universal is, that's about a 2-hour drive, no traffic, 3 hours with traffic. But lately, I actually haven't been running into much traffic. Today was the only day I actually ran into traffic.
Nice.
Recently, anyway.
Well, that's no good. But even still, like all of our European listeners are like,
What? Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like, oh, look, we'll do park hop. We'll park hop to Knott's, and then we'll go up to Universal. It's just 30 miles up the road. It's like, okay, prepare to sit in an hour's worth of traffic, and on top of the 30 minutes it takes normally without traffic.
Right. I had given some advice to a friend who was coming out here for the first time, and she wanted to. I'll say it was Bree. Zero B-roll. She came out here, and she's going to do a trip, and she was like, "All right, I'm going to fly into." I think she was flying into LAX, which is our big airport here, and she drove down to do Knott's in Disneyland, and she's like, "All right, so I'll drive down and do Knott's in Disneyland, and then after I'm done for the day, I'll drive up to Universal because they're going to be open a little bit later, and then I'll drive back down, stay in the hotel." And I said, "Whoa, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
Listen, on the map that might look good, but it'll take you forever to drive from Knott's Berry Farm up to Universal at the end of the day, and it's best that you hit Universal maybe on your way up to Magic Mountain."
Yeah, that's kind of how I do my days. Is typically. Typically, if I do a Knott's day, I'll do Knott's, and then if I try to squeeze in Universal, I'll try to go maybe around like 2 up to Universal because they'll close at 6. So that gives me about 2 hours to hang out there. But most of the time, what I'll do if I do a Universal trip, I'll do Universal and Magic Mountain because they're 30 minutes away, and the traffic is not as bad doing that.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. Especially, meal plan. Go up to Magic Mountain, eat, ride a couple coasters, come back to Universal.
Sure. And, that doesn't account for those Castle Park and Adventure City days. I mean, those Castle Park Adventure City days, or you're just going to do those 2 parks.
Never been to either of those parks.
I kind of have
I'll fit them in one of these days.
I've shared this before. Maybe I'll reintroduce it here and during this show. Now, I want to do what I'm calling the California Coaster Crawl. And I want to go and hit every single coaster in the entire state because I think there's something like 80 or something weird. And
up in NorCal too.
Yeah. I want to start down in San Diego, Balboa Park, and work my way north.
Well, but what about Sesame Place?
Is that further? Oh, it is further south than Balboa, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like
so that
that's near the border.
Place. Yeah. So I would start in Sesame Place and then just work my way all the way up, and then if there was any coasters that weren't open or whatever, or closed for maintenance, then as you're swinging back down, hit those. I've still sort of planned out my route. And it's something I got to do soon because I still have kids that are small enough to get on kiddie coasters that would allow me to get on the kiddie coasters with them. So
lucky.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think that would be fun. So I think I'm saving my Adventure City and Castle Park trips.
That's also part of the reason why I haven't, specifically Adventure City, is because they have that's more little kid stuff. Castle Park has more bigger stuff.
Yeah.
But Adventure City is definitely more for littler kids, so that's why I haven't been there.
Right. So that's super cool that you do these trips way out from the desert, which is cool. And that's not considered the high desert, right? Where you are, you're in the.
I would be more the high desert.
Oh, you would? Okay, because I know that without saying the name of your city, but I know like Joshua Tree, Pioneer Town.
That's up where I am. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Also, shout out Queens of the Stone Age. That's where they're from. One of my favorite bands. But so you created this Instagram account, the theme park desert, the desert theme park guy.
Yeah.
And when did you just start, posting content and
Well, did Instagram, and then I went over to I mainly post a lot on Twitter because then I could just hey, here's how I feel about this,
Sure.
And then with Instagram, it's like every now and then I'll post pictures. I post a lot more on my stories, just hey, this is what I'm doing. Every now and then I'll do an actual post, and I've tried to start doing them a little bit more. I'll probably be doing them more next couple days here, which we will get to later. But yeah, that's I just post whatever, whatever I feel like posting. I'd my desert theme park guy. For a while, it was just my personal, And then I would post a lot about theme parks, and I started meeting a lot of content creator friends. And I was like, well, maybe I could like rebrand myself. So if somebody were to see me in one of their videos, or if they see me in the park, then they happen to recognize me, I could say, hey, this is my page. You can follow me here. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or something, and maybe we can link up, do a park day or something.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what my page is for. It's like I'm kind of a hub for everybody, for content creators, for coaster nerds, for theme park nerds, reach out and we can try and plan something,
Yeah, make it work. And so, I'll put all of his information in the description of the video. So you want to go follow him on X and on Instagram. I know YouTube.
I tried YouTube. I tried it.
I'm still trying.
I have a total of one video, and well, okay. So with YouTube, I tried because I do play some video games. So I would play with my friends on Discord and stuff.
Okay, sure,
So I tried doing some gaming stuff, and I did like it for a bit. But then I just started falling off with video games. They just weren't as fun as they used to be. When I was littler, and so I was like, okay, not really into this. So then I tried doing maybe some vlogging type content, and then while I was doing that, I did like the first time I did it, but then I was like, this just really isn't my thing. I'm just it's interesting. Maybe if I had more proper equipment to do it, like people got like little microphones and stuff.
Oh,
like,
right.
I don't have stuff like that. Sure. So it's just I could see myself doing it. It's just I think I need a little more patience and money to do it.
That's the truth.
Yeah. So that's so I do. If you do want to go to my YouTube, I do have a YouTube. I have a total of one video. Go check it out. I mean, it's a little piece.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody, regardless of who they are, they've all started out with one video. So you're all good.
Yeah.
You're in good company. Now we'll put all those descriptions below, and I'll get into the story about how you and I met. It was actually at Magic Mountain.
Yes.
What was it? Was it like 3 weeks ago?
I want to say it was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Either 2 or 3, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I had gone to the park just because, for those who don't know, I live about 10 minutes away. It's very, very close. No, 2-3 hours. But, just doing updates on the latest coaster that's coming out and all the other fun construction, and happened to see that our mutual friend Chris from America's Coaster Network was there, and so I was like, okay, I'll meet up with you. And he's like, all right, well, I'm hanging out with someone else, and then and I was like super offended. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was like, no problem.
The audacity.
I know, right? And then I got stuck in the security line.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Six Flags right now. With they only have one of their their newer versions of their metal detectors.
And they got like this weird temporary queue that's there, and then the line goes out of the temporary queue.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on because they have like 3 of these newer security metal detector thingies, high end ones where like you don't have to take anything out of your pocket, stuff like that. It's kind of cool. But when they only have one and it's busy,
especially during peak spring break when it's going to be very busy.
Yeah, the line was long.
You're going to want to have.
And that's when I found out that they closed the Prestige. Again, I like I got the Premier Prestige or whatever the top of the line pass is called. I forget what it's called. But you get to have your own priority entrance, and you can get in. But they closed that down at noon, which was weird. I had never heard of that before.
Very odd.
That has to be a new thing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but I have never experienced that in my.
They do it at Knott's too. It's very strange, especially like days where I want to come in later because it's a busier day, and I want to come in later because everybody's kind of like filed out, or a lot of people have filed out by then. And there's still a couple people that are at the gate. It's like I would like to get in faster because I pay for this pass that allows me to.
Exactly. If you're paying, if that's probably the number one reason why I have that pass was for that priority entrance. Parking is great too. So many
benefits, yeah.
Being able to go to multiple parks, sure. But when I was working full time, I wasn't able to go to travel around and go to all these different parks. But it was being able to go in and the fact that they shut it down at noon, I thought was just odd. I mean,
it's super odd.
Someone want to reach out to me that works at Six Flags, whatever, can tell me, is it a staffing issue? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so after finally getting that line, Chris is there and with you and like kind of like making fun of me on his vlog. So, but then
which you could see it on his vlog if you go to his channel.
Yeah,
I'm there. He's there. It's we were making fun of him.
Yeah, and it's normally I'm happy-go-lucky, but that really made me mad because it took me about
that would make anybody mad.
40 minutes to get in.
That'd make me mad.
Whatever. And then that's when we met and we just hung on, did some updates, and I was like, come on the show, and now here you are. And I think that we should probably talk about all the fun news that's recently happened.
Oh yeah, there's been some spicy stuff going on.
Yeah. What do you think about this announcement? Let's start with this one first. Six Flags, and it seems there's only been one news outlet that's posted this, but they said that they're going to be reintroducing the concept of a park president to 10 different Six Flags parks, and these are parks that weren't originally Six Flags too. I have to mention that there were some Cedar Fair parks mixed into this list, and I should pull up the list while you talk about it. But it's got a lot of people scratching their heads, going, "Wait a minute, does that mean that are these other parks being sold?" Because we just recently had Six Flags. Was it America that went away?
Six Flags America.
And then we got Great America's on the chopping block.
Yes, Valley Fair.
Those are just sold off to the other company.
Parks. Yeah,
correct. So let's talk about that. Tell me what you think is going on with that article. I have my take on it, but I want to see what you think while I pull up the list.
Well, I don't have much of an opinion on it because I know quality content here. My going out to the parks since I'm a little bit younger, it's been more recent. Okay. So I haven't really been paying too much of attention to the details inside the park until like maybe 3 years ago. So I've been keeping up with updates like, oh, here's this new thing, and there's the new ride, and I've been keeping up with that. But as for like the nitty gritty, like crowds and like food offerings, like just those little things, that's more like about last 3 years or so.
Copy that.
So I don't really know if there was much of a difference having a park president or not. Especially when I was going to like Knott's and Magic Mountain, I don't know. I don't know. But so I would like to see, I'd like to hear what your thoughts on it.
Okay, well, you saw, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, you saw the article, though, that says that
I did read a little bit about it, yeah.
Now, when the Cedar Fair and Six Flags merged, part of it was, well, there was a lot of it. I didn't read through all of it, but I know that they were going to keep the names of the parks pretty much the same. They weren't going to call it like Six Flags Cedar Point or anything like that. But
that'd be a wild name,
right? But but that they then went and kind of started making. Texas is a good example of this, which is also another spicy news. But they were going to get rid of park presidents and kind of make regional presidents. So it was like you'd have an individual that was, over, we'll just say California, like, because there are 4 Six Flags parks here now with the acquisition of the Cedar Fair, or I shouldn't say acquisition, the merger. So you've got Six Flags Magic Mountain, you've got Knott's Berry Farm, you've got California's Great America, and then Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. And so then what they do is they would get rid of the individual park presidents at each park, and they would just call it, Six Flags West Coast or something, and then there would be one guy that was overseeing all of the parks, which is interesting idea.
Even that little water park in Phoenix,
exactly, because that's considered part of it, right?
Yeah, you can. I can use my pass there. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Or even if you have one of the newer gold passes, the ones for the region, you can do that. And I think Mexico is covered under that. The one in Mexico.
Oh, City. Yeah. So and I get that to an extent. It kind of, let's look at it like I don't know, like a Starbucks or like a McDonald's, where you've got an individual who's overseeing things in the region. Okay, interesting idea. Again, I'm not going to pretend to know how management works at a park on a day-to-day or for business-wise. Does it make sense to have one at the park themselves? I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know.
Yeah.
But so that had happened, and then this news announcement comes out, and it says that, oh no, we're going to reintroduce park presidents at these individual parks again, and they only listed 10 parks. Now, there are more than 10 parks in the chain. And so with the recent sell-off of, I can't remember, it was Valley Fair,
Worlds of Fun,
St.
Louis.
Oh, yeah, St. Louis was the big one. Darien Lake? No.
What's in Darien Lake?
Oh, Michigan's Adventure.
Yeah.
To this other park, this other company, people are like, well, now, oh, shoot, is that going to happen with these Six Flags parks that weren't mentioned in these 10?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
I think they're just saying, hey, listen, these parks that we've listed, probably due to geography or size or whatever it may be, it's
some of the more popular parks.
Yes, it's probably makes more sense to have it be an individual president at that
especially
spot.
Places like Cedar Point and Magic Mountain, which are like very like
they're the top of the food chain.
The top of the chain, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Over
throw
Texas,
you could throw in Over Texas, you could throw in Great Adventure, things like that, sure. But I think that's all it is, So I wasn't worried about it. And then all of a sudden, here comes this news out of Texas. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Texas, where you had Jeffrey Siebert, who was well beloved in our industry because he's just kind of like the enthusiasts president. He was overseeing the region there in Texas, which had Over Texas, Fiesta Texas, and then Schlitterbahn.
Yeah.
And
I forgot that was Six Flags.
Yeah, I think it was Cedar Fair's original.
Was it?
I think so. I don't know. Get in the comments. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think there's been anything official from Six Flags, but they're saying he's out. He's now no longer with Six Flags.
Interesting.
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
This was yesterday, as of recording this.
I was going to say, I think I was kind of busy yesterday, so I didn't see this.
Okay. Today is Saturday, April 18th.
I've had a lot going on last couple days.
Yes,
so.
we're going to get into that,
Yes.
I promise you. But, so Jeffrey Siebert the rumor is that he's out.
Wow.
And that it was not anything like he wasn't fired or he left on bad terms. It was more he left on his own terms, which can lead you to believe, I don't know, maybe family emergency. I don't know. It's kind of weird to say. I'm waiting for an official announcement.
It's a bit odd.
Yes.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Especially because, he's been so instrumental with this roller coaster rodeo, and he really pushed to make. If you've ever been to Fiesta Texas, it's like one of the best.
It looks
parks.
like an amazing park.
It's an amazing park, and that's where he started out. Was at that one, and really advocating for putting more rides in and just beautifying. And they have fireworks every night in the summer, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And then he was put over Over Texas as well, and now they're getting the huge the Giga Dive that's going to be there.
That looks insane, by the way.
and it's just things seem to be going really great, and then all of a sudden now he's gone. And I mean, I joked yesterday. I was like, maybe it's because he's spending too much money. I don't know, but it's interesting. So I think that's stoking the fears with people going, oh, what happened? And was it called Enchantment Parks? Is that?
Yeah, or Enchanted Parks.
Enchanted Parks.
Yeah.
So now some people are saying, wait, did they headhunt Jeffrey?
Oh my God.
Which would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be great. I mean, if Jeffrey Siebert helping out Michigan's Adventure and Valley Fair.
It can make that company very prominent, especially if they add to some of the lesser parks. Like Valley Fair needs a new coaster. They need one. And this is speaking from somebody who has not been, by the way.
Yeah.
Looking at the ride lineup, and it's like, oh yeah, we haven't put a coaster in what is it, like 20 years, 15 years? Yeah. Like what's going on?
Well, Michigan's Adventure is the same way. I've been to Michigan's Adventure before, and I love Michigan's Adventure. I think it's a fun little park. And I mean, they're getting all new retrack of the of Shivering Timbers, and some people are upset about it, but I think it's great. It's showing
that's
some
great.
love.
Yeah, it's preserving a favorite,
and it's 408 track, which is great. 408 track is much better than the Titan track, in my opinion. I've done both.
That's the one that RMC does.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, but it doesn't. It does make it smoother, but it really blends in with the wooden structure.
Because I think before they did, it was the top of the hills, right? Mm-hmm. People were saying like, oh, there's a huge pothole on each of the hills. Like, that sounds like that would not be fun, especially on a wood coaster.
I didn't experience potholes. I love Shivering Timbers. It's currently my number 1 wooden coaster. Well,
Really?
ooh, maybe. It's fighting with Hades 360.
Oh, okay.
But I loved it. I thought it was so much fun.
It looks fun. I'm a sucker for that floater airtime, and it's just that's like my thing.
It
looks like it's like
It was cool. But I can understand some people saying it's rough. Wolverine Wildcat at the same park to me was really, really rough when I rode it, but it's also received a bunch of new track, and people are saying it's much smoother now. But when I rode it, it was like the definition of jackhammering and square wheels. It was bad.
Yeah,
that's a tie for my. This is so funny. That ties for my least favorite wooden coaster. Pegasus is still my least favorite wooden coaster, but
that's the one that has the janky turn on it, right? Where you just slam to the side.
Yeah, and it's not.
That looks wild.
It's not. It is not overhyped. It's not like overblown. That it really is what it is, and it's terrible. It sucks. It hurts. It's bad news.
I would think so.
It's bad news, and even when you go into it knowing it. And you're in the queue line watching the people as it's
everybody
coming in.
Just recoils to the side,
and you're watching it happen, going, okay, I'm prepping for it.
It
sucks.
Yeah,
it's not good. But Wolverine Wildcat at the time when I rode it, I didn't like it. It's still my son's least favorite coaster, but it's because we rode it before the retrack. So I think retracking is good. To our point, is the retracking is good.
It is a good thing. I mean, look at Ghost Rider.
Exactly. Oh, hot take. I liked 2005, 2006 Ghost Rider.
Okay, to be fair, I never got to ride the original version because that was still in my phase of. Well, for context, I was kind of in a phase for a while growing up where I didn't like big drops on rides, so I didn't do a lot of coasters with big drops.
Sure.
So recently, when I started going to the parks, I did big rides with big drops. So, Ghost Rider, I've only ridden its modern incarnation, so I never got to experience the dead stop on the mid course.
I don't remember a dead stop on the mid course. All I remember is when I first rode it, when I moved out to California in 2005, I was able to go up there and ride things, and
it probably wasn't too bad by then, right?
It was out of control. I loved it, but I didn't know any better because it's like, again, I kind of come from a coaster desert as well. I was like, Las Vegas was my closest home park, and they don't have any wooden coasters there.
No.
So I didn't have very much experience with wooden coasters. I'd come to Magic Mountain, and I had Colossus, which was awful, and then I had Cyclone, which I didn't think was that bad. A lot of people didn't like Cyclone. I thought it was okay.
That was the one with the B&M trains.
Correct. But and then you get on Ghost Rider, and it was like I was in love. And, and then when they retracted it, to me, it took away some of its soul. But I get why they do it.
I think now that it's gotten time to age a little bit, I think now it's gotten back to that out of control.
I need to get back to Knott's Berry Farm. I have not been since we went Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and so that's the last time I've ridden it.
I with Apocalypse, it's a little bit of a rougher ride, but that's why I do still enjoy Apocalypse, is because it is a rougher ride, but it has that feeling of just being out of control.
I love it. I love Apocalypse.
I love it. Yeah,
it's my top 3 in the park. But yeah, so we'll probably go to Knott's Berry Farm here soon. I got a thing that I need to go to do in Yorba Linda, which is, for those who don't know, Yorba Linda is pretty close to Knott's Berry Farm.
For those of you who are unfamiliar,
I know Yorba Linda is in Orange County, but. Yeah, and so going back to Michigan Adventure, they need, if they RMC'd Wolverine Wildcat, I think they would have an amazing 1-2 punch there. But going back to, like, if Jeffrey Siebert is in charge of that, I would hope that he gives Valley Fair a new ride. He gives Michigan's Adventure a new ride, because they received like a Vekoma SLC from.
I've got a friend that lives out in Minnesota. Shout out to Sierra, by the way. That's her name. Her home park is Valley Fair, and she loves going. And she's told me multiple times, like, I would love to see something new here.
Oh yeah, I think everybody would.
Yeah.
So maybe, who knows? Who knows if Mr. Siebert's going there? I'm not really sure. I'm sure that news will come out. Maybe by the time people are watching this, the news is already out. So let us know in the comments.
Valley Fair, the only Cedar Fair park with a Larson Loop.
Nice. Larson Loops.
Never been on one.
I
never got around to them.
I've only ridden them when they were at county fairs. and they were called the Ring of Fire.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was Larson. I don't know.
We have a county fair up by us, and they do have. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's a Larson loop, but it is that same type of ride where, it has the loop. But again, never been on it because it was still in my phase of being.
Sure.
Yeah, didn't like the drops.
Everybody has those phases. I didn't ride my first roller coaster until I was. I think I've shared this before. I think I was a sophomore.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, and I was just scared, but it's all good.
My first
part
coaster was Big Thunder at Disneyland.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't even Gadget. It was Big Thunder. My dad just kind of threw me in.
Yeah,
and I did like it. That's
a good one.
I was hesitant because he took me on Tower of Terror when I was 3.
I did that to my son too.
Oh my god, it was horrible.
And everybody was cheering him on.
That's why I still can't do drop towers to this day. I don't like.
We'll get you back on one.
The straight falling. I'm not a fan of. Well, I tried doing one later on
Which one?
In my phase. It's a place called Castles and Coasters.
Oh yeah, in Arizona, yeah.
That one is demonic. It is not fun. It is not fun at all. It is horrible. For some people it might be great, but it takes you up.
Yeah.
And then you're still going up. You're still going up. My fault on my part. I did not watch the ride before I got on. I just assumed it was like any other drop tower. So you're going up, and then typically when you hit the top is you kind of hang out there for a bit. You get a good view. No, this one, the millisecond you hit the top, it drops you instantly. And I was not ready for that at all. I was not thinking that was going to happen. And I was like, ooh. I was not ready for it. But I mean, maybe if there was, at Cedar Point they have the power tower and they've got the one that's launched. I might try that.
Yeah, we'll have that at Knott's Berry Farm as well.
Well, no, that just takes you up to the top. It doesn't.
It doesn't launch you up?
No.
I thought it did.
No. That one. Yeah, it just.
Well, I'll tell you. Yes, the ones that do shoot you up and then drop you are really, really fun.
I was gonna say those look like fun.
They are fun. I still think you should do. I still think you should do Drop of Doom.
Hell no, no way.
It's not as bad as you think.
You're right. You're probably right.
The scariest part, legitimately,
is going up. Yeah.
And the thing about Drop of Doom is there are some points because it's. I'm going to get really nerdy, everybody. Here we go. There, as you're going up, it has to go through its eddy brakes. So it's magnetic brakes.
Yeah.
So it's got some resistance. And once it clears those eddy brakes, there's a clear, and that scares a lot of people too because it's like, well, it's now free of the magnetic pull.
Well, I heard too when Superman was still going, it's like when the car went up, the whole tower would shake.
Sway rides.
That sounds horrifying.
No, the sway rides were awesome.
Oh my god.
But so and then there's a few times where you can feel the gear of the drawworks kind of it's and then once you get really, really close to the top, it slowly inches, and then you hear Dr. Lex Luthor kind of does his little spiel. But the cool thing is once it locks, they used to have it in sync to where it would drop right as he does his little maniacal laugh. Mm-hmm. It's not in sync anymore.
Yeah.
But as soon as it stops, no joke, 6 Mississippi, and it drops. I mean, every single time. And so, yes, the going up is the scariest part. But when I tell people, and even my own son, when I took him on it for the first time, I just tell people to look straight out. Just look straight out. Don't look down. Don't look up. And because Magic Mountain is in such a beautiful area, especially if you're north facing, which is the better side anyway, just look at the mountains. Just look at the mountains. And have you been on an airplane taking off, an airplane looking out the window? It's a very similar experience. It's like you're just kind of, oh, okay. And then I know a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't want to know the countdown. But really, the countdown gives you a second to kind of get ready with your breath.
And that's probably why I didn't like the one at Castle Coaster. It's like I didn't know what was going to go on.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And then within and the thing I think, and I could be wrong, I think Drop of Doom actually drops you in free fall. Yes, I don't think that. Whereas the power towers and stuff like that, they actually push you down faster than your velocity. Yes,
because I know with Tower of Terror at Disneyland and
it's free fall.
Yeah, no, that's a cable. They pull you with a cable downward.
Oh, okay. So then, so it's so you're going faster than terminal velocity. So with Drop of Doom, you reach your terminal velocity within a breath. So, but then you're already the fear, the falling sensation is gone within a breath.
Yeah,
you do feel yourself accelerating, but it's like with your ears, like holy cow, and then you brace for the brakes. But I'm telling you, I'm not a person that forces people on right unless it's my own children. But I like to give people honest opinions. I don't think Drop of Doom is as scary as you think.
I think I'll give Power Terror a shot at
Cedar Point. You should. Or even the Extreme Scream at Nuts. You could just try it.
Which I guess we should segue into that.
Oh yeah. We've been dancing around this point.
Mm-hmm. Let me look at the camera when I do that.
Yeah, the entire time. You've got an exciting thing that's going to be happening. So you lived out in the desert,
yes,
and you're swapping the desert for the lakeshore.
Yeah.
So tell us about what's going on tomorrow as the data recording.
Tomorrow, yes. Today is my last day in California, at least for the next couple months.
Yeah. Where are we going?
So I'm going to be working at Cedar Point this year.
I'm going to insert little kid noises. Hooray!
So I will be a ride operator. The story with this was I was at a job. It was at my local Dave & Buster's, and the company there, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it sucked. It was horrible. It was so bad. They expected me to make sales that I just could not do. Like, I physically could not do it without scamming people. And I'm not going to go and scam people. That's not right to me.
Exactly.
It's not right at all. So
that's why I don't work at Allstate Insurance anymore. Yeah, come at me, Allstate.
Yeah. I was not into it. So I threw out a couple of applications at the time. I think this was like January. And then they ended up letting me go because, like, your sales are not adequate. I'm like, okay. Have fun getting somebody else. But then I think around like late February, early March. I think it was like late February. I want to say it was late February. I threw out an application again because then more positions opened up for ride operators, and so I was like, I want to be a ride operator. So I threw out my application, and not even a day later, I think it was half a day later, they emailed me back like, hey, we want you. Fill out all the info and we'll get you started. And I was like, oh, my God.
Wow.
No way. Cool. So then I filled all that out, and then I filled out the housing application because where am I going to live, right?
Yeah.
Filled out the housing application, got that squared away, and then, they're like, we're ready to go. Let's do this. So then I picked out a day, which is in 2 days. It was going to be my orientation, and then I am flying out tomorrow.
So cool.
Yeah.
I
bought a one-way ticket. One way.
But that's super cool. I know a few people that have worked at Cedar Point, and they've had some good memories. I mean, I think it's. And have you been out to the park before?
Yes, one time.
Okay, so you're familiar with the layout. And they have the dormitories there, and I've heard some fun stories. I've heard some horror stories too, but you know what I mean. But it's just like college. It's like it's going to be fun. And
I was told it's like being at a summer camp.
Sure, there you go. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Never been to a summer camp.
Although I've never been to one. But do you know which
one time at Cedar Point camp?
Exactly. Do you know which rides you're going to be certified for?
I'm going to be at least what Dayforce. If you guys know what Dayforce is, if you've worked there, Dayforce tells me I'm going to be at Gemini.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I'm wearing my shirt today.
Yeah, why don't you position that to camera a little bit better here?
Let me get up a little bit. So it's an aerodynamic shirt. Check that out. This was made by Bootleg Amusements. So
shout out to Bootleg Amusements.
And right there in the middle here, we got Magnum XL at Cedar Point.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so shout out Bootleg Amusements for this amazing T-shirt, and I will definitely be buying more from you in the future.
Love it. And, also shout out, why not? Shout out to Nicholas Laskowicz. Oh, I keep saying Vich. I don't know why I wanted to pronounce it with a European V. Nicholas Laskowicz, who did the documentary. He was the director of the documentary The Legacy of Arrow.
So yeah.
And he was on the show
Yeah.
recently. He's a neighbor. He actually lives right in the neighborhood above Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
All right. So
I think I did watch that episode.
Yeah. And I'm going to do this. I am going to watch this. Just because it took me forever to do it, but I was finally able to do it. Here is the website that talked about the stuff.
I should probably move my head
There
this
you
way.
know. I know. Maybe I can move it physically.
Can
Can I move it physically?
So do it here
I can't
and then
move it. I can't move it physically. Wow. So yeah, basically here we'll scroll through.
Right.
It says that it's the full list of sites that the parks that are getting presents.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Gotcha.
Six Flags Magic Mountain, Cedar Point, Kings Island, Canada's Wonderland, Six Flags Great America, Six Flags Great Adventure, Six Flags Over Georgia, Six Flags Over Texas, and Carowinds. And they're saying here that, like we mentioned, last year they eliminated all park president positions to make the regional ones, and now maybe they realized it was a mistake. I don't know, but I think everything's going to be
Can't wait to meet the guy.
just fine. So we'll go back to this. There we go. Cool. So that was fun. See, I'm still learning my technology as
It's great. It's cool.
but yeah. So it's super exciting. I mean, what are you most excited about going out there to? Not only you're going to be living there, but working there. What's something that? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what you're most excited for, and kind of what your biggest question mark is going to be.
Most excited for is just being able to be right there, because I'm so used to driving so far to get to parks. It's like now it's right there. And then I can pop in for a couple minutes, leave, and then come back, It's like I don't have to make a day out of it. And then, working there, it's going to be fun seeing all the people come in, all nerds like me and you that are coming in to ride the rides and just check out the park. I mean, that's going to be so fun, especially because everybody talks about like the cool ride operators, right? It's like I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy that gives you an amazing experience at the park, like a really fun, enjoyable experience. I want to be that guy.
Is this your first time working at a park?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going in full blind, no idea what to expect.
Very cool. I've never worked at a park, but it seems like a lot of enthusiasts have had the experience. So it's going to be a club that you get to be part of, which is I've only heard positive things. Yeah. I really have only heard positive.
I mean, my cousin Kyle, shout out to him. He used to work there for a couple of years.
Okay.
And he loved it. And then also shout out to my friend Brett, who also used to work there. You met him when we met.
Oh, right.
Yes. So you got to meet him. He used to work there, and he used to do what I did, and he used to work at the ride I'm going to be working. So he was giving me some pointers and what to expect and how things go about.
Just be cool with the people doing the dollar rides.
Yeah.
You know the dollar rides?
Dollar rides. Oh yeah. Gotcha.
Exchanging money on the turnarounds. I guess I've never done it. Truth be told, I've never ridden Gemini yet because when I've been to Cedar Point, we just didn't get around to Gemini. It was a busy day.
Yeah, I never did too. Well, it's not because it was a busy day because it was closed all day.
Maybe not dollar. Maybe it's called money rides. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. Sorry. But yeah, but I will be going to Cedar Point in June. Yes. So maybe if you were there,
I'll hook you up.
We'll see. No, I don't. I'm not asking to hook up. No, high five is all I care about. You know what I mean? So
I'll staple you.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I'll be jumping on that lap bar.
Exactly. So I guess you said like the biggest question mark is just kind of not knowing what the culture is going to be.
Yeah, like my mom is from the Midwest. She used to live in Chicago.
Okay.
Not Chicago, but a state of Illinois near Chicago.
What city? Be specific. I can't remember. Because my wife is from Northwest Indiana as well, which is considered part of Chicago.
I don't think that part. But,
not that part. Valparaiso, Portage. Hopefully not Gary.
No, I can't remember.
Hobart.
You know what? I'll shoot her a text.
Everybody that
I'll shoot her a text.
No, it's okay. Everybody that region right now are going, how do you know so much? My wife is from that area.
But yeah, she used to live in the Midwest, so she was telling me, I can't wait for you to just get the Midwest culture. And then I was like, I can't wait to be just like the one guy from California.
Right. Well, I mean, yes, the weather's going to be different, but the lakeshore is going to be, you've been to Cedar Point,
Yeah.
The bugs are going to be real, but
Yes.
you know what's also real? Lightning bugs, which are cool. We don't get those here.
That was what she was telling me about, was the lightning bug. She's like, "Oh my god, you've never seen those. You're gonna see those for the first time." I'm like, "What's the lightning bug?" She's like, "Oh, the fireflies." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
It's cool. Fireflies are cool.
Yeah.
We don't get those in California.
We do not.
And if we do, maybe it's Northern California, but I don't think so. But you know, the hospitality is nice. The food is going to be great. I know that Cedar Point itself isn't really kind of near anywhere, really.
It's an hour from the major cities. So, like, it's an hour from Toledo. It's an hour from Cleveland. I think it's a couple hours from Cincinnati.
But, you know, you'll meet some local people there, and it'll be fun. And
people with cars.
Exactly. And, you know, just getting to know your coworkers, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun doing that. And then, you know, then you can get us all the tea on what's coming next to Cedar Point. Like, because obviously they've done the Siren's Curse.
Yeah, that was the I'm sorry gift from Top Thrill 2.
Exactly. But hey, I just wish it was colored, a different color scheme.
What, you don't like the Harley Quinn?
Exactly. Well, I mean, listen, you could have kept it. I get why they kept the colors. It would have been really expensive to repaint it.
Yeah.
Then why don't you name it something different?
That's true.
I mean, because
I think if it had a blue track, it might have been a little bit better.
Yeah, blue green, because the whole legend of it is like, you know, there's a siren that apparently lives in Lake Erie, and you know, my gosh, and you know, blah, blah, blah. Gray and red. You know, like you could have called it, I don't know, something else, or just change
the tilt coaster.
Exactly, tilt coaster.
Do a GP name, the tilt coaster,
or you know, or a Chinese coaster name. You know, it's like they're always like, tilting coaster in the bamboo forest or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
The roller coaster.
Hey, we're talking Lagoon now. Good old Lagoon. That was the shout out to my first Woody coaster right there ever. We called it the white roller coaster back in the day, but because it was painted white.
Yeah, Lagoon's a bucket list park for me.
It's good.
It looks so fun.
It's a good park. That's where I grew up. That's my first everything was from Lagoon. Believe it or not. My first again.
I mean, it's a little bit closer to Nevada, right? It's like
it's about
sort of
from Las Vegas, Salt Lake. Okay, to where it's not Salt Lake City. It's a place called Farmington, which is about 2 hours north. No, I'm going to get flack for that. It's maybe about 40 minutes north of Salt Lake City. And Salt Lake City, its proper is about 6 hours north of Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up in Salt Lake City, so that's where I originally from. So we would go to Lagoon every now and then, and again, because going back to the point of being, you know, scared of things, I was terrified of roller coasters. I was terrified of them, and so I would ride all the flat rides. Yeah. You know, they had a lot. They have a pretty good kiddie area, and it wasn't until again I was a sophomore, which in Utah is. I'm sorry, a freshman, not a sophomore, a freshman. It's still in middle school. So up there, they do 3 years of junior high and 3 years of high school. That's just that's how it's done. They're 3 and 3.
Not the fourth year of high school.
Well, it's still in middle school. So like they do 7, 8, 9 middle school. 10, 11, 12 is in high school.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of makes sense, but I had people argue it for.
I was going to say the way I had it was pre-K through 5. And then it was middle school was
6, 7,
and 8.
I'm keeping the dead brain rot alive.
And then 9, 10, 11, 12 was high school.
Right. And I have people will be like, "Oh, our way's better." And I go, "Listen, of course you're every
school."
When we moved, so I moved down to Southern Utah right before high school. And a place called St. George, but Zion Canyon is where
Fallout reference.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I moved down.
That's where I know.
Speaking of
Zion
the desert,
Canyon from.
I'm a desert guy too. I mean, that's a desert where I moved to.
Yeah.
So they did some stuff even crazier. They did elementary, pre-K through 5th, a standalone 6th grade. That was called the 6th grade center.
What?
Then middle school was 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, so it was 3. But I was like, a standalone 6th grade, what was the point of that? And everybody loved it. because where it was in town was right across the street from like a really old, kind of those old-fashioned, what you call like a soda fountain kind of place where they had like candy and sandwiches and
like an old-timey drugstore.
Yeah. It was called Judd's, and they loved it because they could. At sixth grade, they allowed them to go off campus and go over across the street.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting. I was like, but standalone sixth grade, what's the point of that? I don't understand the point of that unless it's if at some point people were all having babies at the same time, and there was an abundance of people of sixth grade age.
We need just the sixth graders over here
that were overwhelming the middle school. I don't know. Weird, right? But
there's like hundreds of sixth graders and like 2 eighth graders.
Exactly. I don't know why they did it, but boy, what a tangent. But the whole point of saying that was when I was at Lagoon, when I was still in middle school, we went to Lagoon we used to go to Lagoon for the ditch day, like your official, and because freshman was still in middle school. You were the kings of the middle school, so we had a ditch day for that. Mm-hmm. And we went to Lagoon, and I was feeling bad because I knew that all my friends stuff were going to ride all the rides, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just scared.
That's kind of how I was when my first 2 trips to Magic Mountain, because I had one in 8th grade and I had one in 9th grade. And
exactly right. It's that age where you're still worried and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, because the most thrilling things that I saw were at Knott's, right, and then you go to Magic Mountain, and that's all they have, right?
Yeah, and the thing is,
it's very intimidating.
The rides at Knott's are big, but you see how big the rides are at Magic Mountain. It's like
they're bigger.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
right.
Like Tatsu's pretzel loop is freakishly huge.
Yeah, I think Tatsu's pretzel loop was probably the same height as Accelerator.
That's wild.
But
so wild,
right? And so when I'm there and
X2, man,
I know, right?
It's a 200-foot drop.
It's crazy. And so I'm at Lagoon, and of course it was somebody I had a crush on, a girl. Mm-hmm. I don't remember her name, but she's like, "Hey, you want to ride the white roller coaster?" And I was like, okay. But I did it. Didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I did it. And then it was Colossus Fire Dragon. After that, I'm like, oh my gosh. But that's what really kind of got me into riding those rides, was positive peer pressure, I guess you'd call it. It was the same with you at the Magic Mountain?
No. So when I did those trips to Magic Mountain, I did not do any of those big coasters. The only coasters I did, first trip, the only one I did was Gold Rusher because Ninja was closed. And then the second trip, it was Ninja. So I didn't even do Revolution.
Wow, which now that knowing what you know, Revolution is really not that bad.
Revolution,
I think it's better than
when I tell people for a good starter coaster, I'm like, do Revolution.
Oh yeah,
Revolution is not only is it smooth for how old it is, it's just fun. It's just a really fun ride.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Smooth. Don't underestimate the importance of a smooth coaster on your experience, especially if you're afraid, because it's just, it will really make, yes, okay, so Revolution has a lift hill, and that can be scary. It has the loop, which can be scary. But Ninja, which some people will say, oh, it's not as scary, it has a smaller height limit and stuff like that, but it still is kind of janky.
I was going to say, it's, especially the last couple of years I've noticed, it's like, it's got like a bounce to it.
Yeah, and that swinging is not. I mean, people have been on that model, like swings like this, and that's scary. You only have like a lap. An over the shoulder restraint. You don't have a seatbelt or anything. And I think that's a much scarier experience.
You pull some pretty heavy G's on some of the turns too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think that's a much scarier experience than anything that you experience on Revolution, because Revolution, especially if you're a first-time coaster rider, you're gonna be scared going up the lift hill, but the first drop isn't that bad.
Yeah, that was the thing when I looked at it, because I seeing on-ride POVs on YouTube, I was like, oh, this doesn't look too bad. It's a little high, but it's not too bad. But then I got there, I was like, oh, these are actually kind of high. I don't know. And then so my friends went and did that. And then we did Ninja, I think. This is my second trip, so because I think Revolution was doing its refurb my first trip. So second trip,
right.
Going from Revolution to New Revolution.
Right.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, so they did Revolution, and I got up to the station, I'm like, I don't think I could do this.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can do this. So I watched them do it, and I was like, oh well, bye. And then they came back and they're like, oh, it's not that bad. And then we did Ninja, and they're like, Ninja's way crazier than Revolution. I was like, really? And they're like, yeah. I was like, interesting. But then, fast forward to when I got my pass. Oh, I got a Knott's pass, and then that's when they started offering the parks passport. And so that's when I started going to Magic Mountain. And then I was like, okay, at this point I did Incredicoaster, which I really liked. And then I had done Canyon Blaster in Vegas. So I've been on many looping coasters.
That's way more intense than Revolution.
That's crazy intense for how small it is. Shout out to Arrow, dude.
Exactly. It's the shirt.
It's just, that ride is stupidly crazily intense. But I liked it. I did the loops. I was like, okay, I can do this. Then I eventually did Incredicoaster, and that's a full on launch, and you get gripped over the first hill, and the loop there. So I was like, okay, so now I can do Revolution. So I did Revolution, and then I did I think at that point I had done Silver Bullet too. Yeah. So which Silver Bullet.
I've done Silver Bullet, but I was afraid of Revolution. Silver Bullet's crazy.
Yeah. I done Silver Bullet when I had that pass to Knott's. So then we eventually went over to Magic Mountain. I was like, okay, so I can do Revolution, right? And then that's when I did like Scream, and then Riddler, and then I got to the top of Riddler's lift hill. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Wonder Woman is way bigger, or the drop on Wonder Woman is smaller than Riddler. That's interesting. And then I kind of just slowly went from there. And then the same day, I was like, okay, I can do these drops now. I drove an hour and a half down to Knott's Berry Farm because they were open an extra 2-3 hours or something.
Okay.
I then did Hang Time, and then I did Ghost Rider, and I was like, this is it. I can do these.
Yeah, if you could do
coasters.
Listen, Hang Time is the perfect coaster if you're afraid of drops. Oh, yeah. Because it's beyond vertical. It may not be super tall, but because it's beyond vertical, you're not going to experience any crazier feeling of coming out of your seat than beyond vertical.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then,
and hitting the valley, it's a lot of G's on
that
too.
I think that I will maintain that I still think the scariest drop at Magic Mountain is going to be X2. I think it's one of the scariest drops in the world.
Insane.
Absolutely insane. But as far as traditional drops, kind of that feeling that you would get, I don't know. I think it's going to be between Wonder Woman and maybe Twisted Colossus for the craziest drops at the park.
Yeah, I mean, especially Wonder Woman, that back seat. They don't call it the cowboy seat for nothing. Yeah. You are flying, not even flying. You are ripped down that drop. The definition of being ripped down. Yeah. It is the most wild, crazy. And I guess you could say that with Colossus too, because the restraints are so tight on that ride.
Yes, and I think that
ripped down.
I think the difference with Twisted Colossus and why I can't really place one better than the other, because whereas Wonder Woman is steeper.
Yes.
Because it has a longer train, that you do feel that whip, over the edge, but Twisted Colossus, especially green side. As it goes over, not only does it go in, but it twists a little bit. And that little teeny twist.
It's great. It's so wild.
Have you been to Fiesta, Texas yet?
No.
Okay, so Iron Rattler is the definition of having a twist
that looks wild.
That does something. It is probably. I placed that in my personal top 10 drops list that I gave to Drew at Parks Bros. Shout out, go check out his channel for the top 10 drops. But just because it's really, really steep, but it does this like twisting thing, and it just something about coming out of your seat and twisting is. I think it's wild.
It's like it's an unbanked twist initially going down, and then you hit the opposite twist going the other way.
Yeah, it's great.
It just looks so wild.
It's a great drop. I think that's what makes the ride. I mean, I think the ride's fun. Miles, if you're listening, cover your ears. I don't think it's that great after that. A lot of people talk about the drop off of the quarry wall. Mm-hmm. It did nothing for me. I've ridden multiple seats. The drop off the quarry wall didn't do anything for me. But I think the Iron Rattler is fun for that first drop. But that's something that we can talk about. Let's transition into that. What is your favorite roller coaster? You can categorize it out, or you can just say overall.
It's it's such an obvious pick, but it's Velocicoaster.
Oh, good.
I love
Nothing wrong with that.
Velocicoaster. It is absolutely it's the perfect roller coaster. It really is.
Talk us through why.
It's just the theme. I'm a sucker for the Jurassic franchise. Some of the movies are amazing. Some of them are trash. But I love the first Jurassic World. I think is actually a pretty good movie, and that theme really works with the coaster because they made. It's like you're going to Jurassic World, and then this is one of the rides that they offer in Jurassic World,
right? And
they play it up in the queue, and and then you go through and you see the animatronic raptors. Oh my God, they are so cool,
right?
So cool,
right.
And then you get on the ride, and the ride is just that first launch. It's like you're not going the top speed, but it's still got a kick to it. Especially because you rock back a little bit and you take off, and then you got the raptors on the sides too.
Yeah,
and you're going through the raptor pen. It's all done up with the foliage and the rocks and the pen itself, and then you see the statues of the raptors, which are really cool. And then oh my God, you hit that second launch.
Yep,
and you are just like pressed into your seat. And you fly to the top, and you can see all of IOA. And then, when Rip Ride Rocket was still there,
Islands of Adventure, for those who are not initiated.
When Rip Ride Rocket was still there, you can see Rip Ride Rocket, and you're up there for so long. And then you get ripped down, and you instantly flip upside down into this stall, and you're hanging upside down for so long. And then you do this wrap around the lake. There's a wave turn in there. There's like an outer bank turn. And that's insane too. And then you hit the Mosasaurus roll. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. My first ride on it, I was like, oh, I can't, this is the roll. Here it is. And I put my hands up. We get about maybe here.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh,
yeah,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Holding on to my restraint, oh my God, that's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. Yeah. And then airtime into the brakes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so perfect. The first half on its own is really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And then the second part, it just ramps up, goes to 11. It's so fun. And you put just the coaster layout. It's like if you're playing Planet Coaster, you just take the coaster, plop it at a different park. It'd still be an amazing coaster.
Yeah.
But the theme is what really pushes it over. I think the theme is what
You're right. They spent a
lot too.
They spent a lot on the theme and making it look good. I went to ride it so the first time I was at Islands of Adventure was during the pandemic, and so they were just building the ride and it was testing, but there wasn't any chance of soft opening, only because of the pandemic. And I mean, I did get to ride Pterodon flyers, so that was fun. I got to see
the elusive credit at IOA.
Exactly. So I got to ride that and see the construction of it. It was really fun, but I wasn't able to ride it. So fast forward, so I think it was 2021 or maybe 2020 when we were there. Fast forward to this year, Halloween, I was able to go and ride it for my first time. And the cool thing is my son, who I was riding Pterodon flyers with, who wouldn't have been tall enough to ride Velocicoaster, I got to ride it with him. So we were sitting next to each other. So
yay!
Shout out another Ethan, by the way.
Yeah.
But he and I got to ride Velocicoaster finally, and it was one of those experiences where it was like finally. I mean, I had the same experience on Millennium Force when it's so long.
You got an interesting story about that.
Yeah, 2017 was the first time I got to ride that, and but it's just going up the lift hill. I won't talk too much crap on it because riding up the just being on the lift hill after so many years of seeing it built, because 2017 was when was 17, 20,
and that was with the slower motor too, right?
I don't know.
So did you get to experience?
It felt fast. It felt fast. Yeah.
The one they put a new one in because the old one was getting really rowdy. They had a backup one for the longest time. The new one they put in, you are flying up.
Yeah, it's because it's a cable launch.
It is. It's crazy because when my first ride on it, I'm like, oh my God, we're already 200 feet in the air.
Yeah.
We were just down there like 2 seconds ago. We're already up 200 feet. And then we're going to the top, and being that it's that faster cable, you get ripped over, especially in the back.
Yeah, and it was surreal for me because, it'd been like 17 years, and I finally got to ride it.
Yeah.
And I won't talk about the rest of the ride, but it was really cool to be on. So I think Velocicoaster was the same.
Going back to what you were saying about just seeing how big rides are.
Yeah.
When we were pulling up on my first trip out of Cedar Point.
Oh, yeah,
it's
the peninsula's amazing.
We parked in the back where Magnum is.
Yeah.
So
same.
We're pulling alongside, and you're just looking at, oh my God, these are huge.
Yeah, and looking at Top Thrill
Millennium's
Dragster.
huge. Vengeance is huge.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because Magic Mountain's on a hill, so it's like the rides are big, but some of them are kind of elevated a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, this is flat land.
Yeah.
And these are just, they're these ginormous contraptions of roller coasters, and it's just...
Yeah, and that's a good tip for anybody. You should go park in the backside because I think it's just a better view. We stayed at Lighthouse Point, which I prefer over the Breakers, honest with you, because I like the little cabin. It's kind of fun. And just being able to see Vengeance right there, and you get to see all that. And I think it's you want to be closer because they have multiple entrances to a park. Are you listening, Magic Mountain? Can you have multiple entrances, please?
Please.
But it's nice to be able to, be at the back, kind of enter in there by the Breakers, and be able to make it over to, say, like Maverick or, some of the bigger... Vengeance usually doesn't open until, like, noon. But it was nice to be closer.
I think now it's starting to open a little sooner.
Yeah, so that's
It
a
was
tip.
open pretty early when I was there.
Hot tip, park in the back.
Yeah, definitely.
But... yeah, so I think riding Velocicoaster was that similar kind of feeling, and here I am with my son, and it was like super cool to ride it, and and it was great, and that thing about the Mosasaur that you were talking about, I experienced something very similar, but not on that ride, but on Iron Gwazi. I don't know if you've ever been on Iron Gwazi.
The Gwazi's my number 2.
So I'm sitting there, yeah. So I'm riding it with my son, and he's having a good time, and as we get to the death roll, I wanted to experience it, but my natural instinct was I put my hand over my son's chest because I was like, please don't get thrown at it. Because, he was just barely tall enough to ride it.
Yeah.
Like just made the threshold.
Yeah.
And I'm just envisioning him going, yeet. So, but...
that Gwazi death roll is, especially when the track is
nuts.
warmed up and it's you are flying down that roll. It is crazy.
Yeah.
Gwazi is just a crazy coaster to begin with.
Yeah, it's a crazy coaster. Now, so let's switch gears and say let's do 2 more questions here. What's the least positive experience you've had on a roller coaster? You could either call it your least favorite coaster or just a bad experience you've had on one. And then let's end it with which ride or attraction that you're most excited, or a bucket list ride, or even if it's a new one that's being built that you're excited to ride. So let's start with your least favorite.
Least favorite. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Viper.
I can understand.
Viper hurts. I know I'm the guy wearing the Arrow shirt right now, but man, Viper is not. It hurts. The nail in the coffin for me. I still ride Viper, but the nail in the coffin for me was when I first rode it. I rode it 3 times back to back.
Oh,
yeah. My neck was sore for the next 3 days.
Yeah,
it was awful. I still ride it because you don't get forces like that on most newer coasters, especially that loop that's so high in the air. That first loop,
yeah,
you're hauling so much ass through the first ramp, and then you hit that peak, especially in the front row. You're just
especially because of the way it's shaped, the teardrop.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're launched backward, and that's really cool. But then after that, the ride is awful. It is, especially the next 2 loops. It's like there's shake. It's like this while you're going through those next 2 loops, and it's rough. The definition of rough. And I will kind of add as a side to it because it's next door, X2.
Yeah,
I think X2 is stupidly overrated. I'm not saying X2 is bad. X2 is really fun, but it's not as great as people say it is. Especially people who have, they're mainly on the East Coast. They don't have anything out there like that, right? So, someone who rides it all the time, it is not as cracked up as people say it is. Especially this last ride I had with my friend. I brought my friend Luis to Magic Mountain, and I told him we saved this for till the end of the day.
Yeah.
I said, this is going to be the most intense thing you will ever ride in your entire life.
Yes.
He's more like a GP kind of guy.
Sure.
So he's not big of a nerd as I am. So I told him, like, this will be the most intense thing you will ever experience in your entire life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So we get on. I gave him the inside seat, which again,
it's real.
Another part to why this is not as cracked up. It's like, if you have to get a specific seat to have a more enjoyable ride, that's automatically points deducted.
Yeah.
So we get on. We were front row, and I will say that drop on X2 is absolutely bananas. It is, especially in the front row. You're just looking like, oh my god. And I'm about to go do it later today. But yeah, it's just, you hit that first drop, you hit the valley, oh my god, and then that's when the 4D part starts to kind of kick in.
Yeah.
And it's not like Tatsu's trains where you keep your legs in.
Yeah.
It's your legs are free, and the trains are hard plastic, so you hit, particularly the last valley on the ride before you hit the brakes, your legs are slapping against the restraint, and it hurts. And I didn't my first ride I was told, hey, keep your legs up, and I did. But on subsequent rides, it's like, oh, let's see how it feels. It hurts. It really does hurt. So every time I tell people to get on the ride, I'm like, keep your head back, keep your legs up as much as you can. The G-forces will tell you not to, but you need to keep your legs up, or you will get hurt. And then, inside seat. And lots of people that visit the park don't know that. Yeah. Just the average Joe going to the park, they don't know that.
They're sitting on the outside seat, back row.
Right, exactly. You're just going to have a horrible time. But I will say a positive to the story of me taking my friend. We got on, and we go down that first drop, and he's like, oh my god, right? And then we hit the drop, and then he's just cackling, laughing the whole time. And then I start cackling, laughing. Sure. So it was probably the roughest ride I've had on X2, but it was the most fun because my friend just made it just the most fun experience. Shout out to my friend Luis, by the way. He that's who I went with, and that was probably the best ride I've ever had on X2. But it's not as cracked up as,
Yeah, I would say X2 is definitely a ride that people should experience.
Oh, yeah.
They should 100% experience, because it is wild. It's bonkers. You're going to come off it being disoriented, not necessarily sick or dizzy, just more like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah, like, how is that
exactly?
possible?
And I think that you should experience it. I don't understand these people who can marathon it. That's crazy to me.
No way.
But Viper, yes, I will agree with you on Viper. I haven't ridden Viper in a very, very long time. Not because it's painful. That's not the reason why I don't ride it. Mm-hmm. I ride it because whatever it is, there's some forces that disagree with my burdening vertigo. Not my stomach.
Oh, okay.
It's up here.
Oh, okay.
And it always happens in the third loop right into the brake run. Yes. The mid-course. Yeah. Because I don't know what it is, but it's like you're intense, then it jumps a little airtime into the mid-course, and if the little brakes hit, my brain just goes bunk, 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 and I go, and I'm graying out. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And then it was about to get into that bat wing element or whatever they call it, and I'm like, oh, come on, hang in there. And I usually kind of come back to reality into the corkscrew.
Yeah, but even coming out of that bat wing, that turn, it's like
the janky transition
out,
there,
and it's just
exactly. Yeah, it's because they were still just bending. They were bending hanger wire to design it. They weren't using computers.
Literally,
that's why if you've ever been to Dollywood, you ride Tennessee Tornado, it kind of blows your mind.
That's why I'm so curious about, because that was when Alan Schilke came in, right?
Yeah, and he used computer modeling to help smooth that one out.
That's bucket list coaster for me.
It's fun. It's short, but it's very, very fun. It's very, very fun. It's probably my favorite aero. It's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the big loop. Finally, we figured out how to make bigger loops.
Well, yeah, and then just it's smooth, and the butterfly, they call it the butterfly loop, which is fun. I liked it. It's a shame, because I would like to see where the history.
I told my friend Luis about the story of X2, and he thought it was the most hilarious thing. He was like, how does that just happen?
Yeah, go watch El Toro Ryan's video about it. 2 hours
watch
long.
it.
It's a great video. Shout out.
So
what up,
good.
Ryan? But
I love you, Ryan. Make me one of your coaster idiots. I'll be great, I swear.
So let's end it with speaking of Ryan and his updates on the Fun Project Purple. What's something coming up that you're excited about, and whether it's something new, or maybe we'll do both. Something that's coming up that you're excited about, or a bucket list park and ride.
Okay. Well, I could definitely say that I am excited about Project Purple. I think I wouldn't say it's like my most anticipated one, but it does look absolutely insane. I mean, having a launch upside down, that's it. That you've sold me. You've sold me on it. I mean, that just sounds so wild.
Yeah.
Especially on a mock spinner. Like that sounds wild. I was gonna say you're not gonna be very happy about it.
I'll ride it once.
Yeah, do it for the credit.
Well, I'm not a credit chaser. I just I'm already not a huge fan of the mock spinners. I didn't really like time travel. I know that's blasphemous to say. I'm not saying that I think it's a bad coaster. This is all 100% just my experience. I can understand why people like it. It wasn't agreeing with me. Like I said, I've got this vertigo that is developing that I've been trying to fight, and I could not wait to get off of Time Traveler. I'm like, get me off this thing. My son rode it like 4 times. He loved it. But I'm just like, okay, so you've got the world's first launched upside down launch. Did it have to be on something that's going to be spinning too? Come on.
Yeah, that is. But I mean, given Six Flags, you know, I guess it kind of makes sense.
I just wish it wasn't
the big and bad.
I just wish it wasn't a shuttle coaster.
Yeah,
if you're going to spend big money to replace Ka, going with Mach, who's also not very cheap, and you're going to go with the extreme spinner coaster, which is not cheap.
Yeah.
And you're going to go all those crazy elements. Why are you making it a shuttle coaster?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have the dual loading station, but I don't think that's still not going to help.
Make it a full circuit.
Yeah.
You're spending the money. Make it a full circuit coaster, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, man. I mean,
whatever.
I mean, I guess you could say that Ka was a glorified shuttle coaster because it only did one thing, but it's still like.
But it went out. It was, but it wasn't Superman: The Escape from Krypton.
Right. Yeah.
So it still was a full circuit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, okay. Project Purple, it's cool. I mean, I think
it does look cool.
I'm glad it looks cool. I'm excited that it's there. You know, us enthusiasts like to make fun of things like, I make it a full circuit. But I think it looks cool. So then, what's a bucket list ride for you?
Bucket list. Ooh.
Or park, or both.
I'd say for park, that's probably more a likely case. I'd say over Texas.
Okay.
Over Texas is definitely a bucket list park for me. At least the one I could see me doing viably. We could do it one that's kind of a pipe dream, but as for more of a viability, if that's a word, viability, we definitely over Texas, especially with Tormenta. I'm a sucker for dive coasters. I think they are fun.
I love them.
So you're telling me you're going to make a 300-foot dive coaster and it has a beyond vertical drop? I mean, that sounds wild. I'm all for it. Let's do it. So
hopefully no B&M shake.
Yeah, really.
Or rattle, what do they call it?
I haven't noticed it. I have noticed it on Penguin Trek. That's the one I've noticed it the most.
Same. That's ties for my least favorite coaster.
Yeah, I think they really fumbled the bag with that one. But like Emperor at SeaWorld is really fun. And I don't. People say it has a rattle. I've not noticed it at all. Not noticed it at all. I think it's glass smooth. It's really fun.
I love that it doesn't have a mid course too.
Yes.
But over Texas is great. When we were there last, they were. Was it Aquaman was open but not operating? Like it just sat there for a long time. If you remember, Pandemic had a lot to do with that.
I was going to say, didn't it sit there for like 2-3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemic had a lot to do with that, but and it was still full COVID happening, and you had to wear masks on rides, and they converted all the no smoking zones to mask-free zones, which I thought was hilarious.
What a wild time.
I know, right? So the Texas heat, it was miserable, but the park itself was really, really cool. And I got to ride La Vibora, which is where Tormenta is going to be built. And that was fun. So that's your bucket list park. What about bucket list ride worldwide?
Ride. That's tough because there's so many. There's so many parks with rides. It's really hard to choose. Oh, I guess one that does come to mind. Canada's Wonderland. They've got Alpenfury. Alpenfury.
Oh yeah, that does look cool.
Insane. That looks insane.
They got Yukon Striker there too, which was the tallest at the time. Yeah.
But I mean, I do like Premier coasters. I don't like the trains, but I love their coasters. That looks just ridiculous. Like
that's what King's Dominion should have got to replace Volcano.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of their Raptera
wing coaster, which I mean that looks fun, but I think this would have
they should have gone through for that.
Yeah, this would have been perfect for them. This ride looks insane. It looks so.
It does look good. It's probably crazy. Well, very, very cool. We're excited to have you on the show. Excited for your new life adventure that you're going to be starting tomorrow as of time of recording.
It's like, what? Tomorrow.
Yeah. So you got everything packed, ready to go?
Yeah,
or?
I'm got everything. I bought vacuum sealed bags.
Yeah.
So that way I could stuff as much as I could in my my main suitcase carry on, and then I got my backpack. Throw a couple things in there.
So you're flying?
Yeah. I'll be flying with United.
Great.
Out of Palm Springs, so I don't have to go all the way to LA.
Ooh, I love the Palm Springs airport.
It's a
so
nice
fun.
little airport, but it's expensive to fly out of.
Sure, but it has a little putting green in the middle of it, which is fun. Well, cool. Thank you so much again, Ethan, the desert theme park guy, or I should say the _desert_theme_park_ guy. That's how you're going to
That's going to be the Midwest theme park guy for at least 6 months anyway.
Nah. But just a name only.
Yeah.
So we'll put, again, all his descriptions down there. So thanks again so much for coming on the show. Appreciate you coming in, and especially in person. And, you're invited back anytime, obviously virtually if you come back.
We'll do a post. So I'll come back after I'm done working, and then we'll do pre and then post.
We can do that too, or you can always come virtually. We can start a real roundtable. We'll get Chris in to sit on at camera number 3, which
shout
is
out
vacant
to
right now.
LMG Vids Chris.
Oh, that's right. He was originally going to be on the show.
He was going to be here today, but he couldn't make it. He was driving back from his trip. So
no problem. We'll get him on another episode. No worries. Again, so check out everything from Ethan right here below in the description. And again, on behalf of the Desert Theme Park guy, Ethan, and me, the ambassador, everybody, let's ride together. Let's go.